Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome this week's episode of Talks with TVBOO. Welcome this week's episode of the podcast. Hope you're having a great week. Hope y'all are doing okay out there. Hope you're doing what you love, man. I'm doing fantastic. I just got back from Sunset Music Festival. Had the time of my life. Really appreciate everybody who came out of that set and saw me, dude. It was fucking wild, man. It was wild. It's been really cool getting back to playing shows and festivals, and you know, I've played a couple of these festivals that are back, and it's been fucking insane because it's something that I've always dreamed of doing, playing in front of crowds like that on a stage like that, and it's never happened before. And so it's been really wild, and I'm really blessed, really thankful, and really lucky to be in this position to be able to do stuff like that. And none of this would be possible without y'all supporting the music, supporting the podcast, supporting me. So it means the fucking world that y'all are here or y'all come out to shows and any of that. It really means a lot, man. I can't thank y'all enough. But we have a really great episode this week. I had one of my good friends come and sit down in the studio, have another face-to-face episode with me. Before I introduce this guest, I just got to say, my new single, Times 2, is out now. It's featuring Mr. Kevin Flum, and it's out on Wakan. Y'all go make sure to go check that out. It might be my favorite song I've ever made, and it might be your favorite song you've ever heard in your fucking life. So make sure to go check that out. Show it to your wife, show it to your husband, show it to your future ex-wife, all that good jazz, man. It should be fun. Also, before I introduce this guest, I want to tell you about some upcoming dates I have. This weekend, I'm starting the Hell Yeah Party weekend. So June the 2nd, I will be in San Fran at the Midway. June the 3rd, I will be in Boulder at the Boulder Theater. And then June the 4th, I will be at the Aggie Theater in Fort Collins. So y'all make sure to get your tickets for that. I think one of them sold out and the other two are about to. So if you're planning on coming to those shows, I would get those tickets before they're gone because those are about to sell out. And then June the 18th, I will be in Fargo, North Dakota at the Tag Music Venue. I didn't know there was people in North Dakota. I ain't never been to North Dakota. I'm excited to go out there. I'm sure they got a lot of really nice trees and a lot of really dope people. So come say what's up. I'm really excited to be in a new area. And then June the 19th, I will be at the Solstice Camping Festival out in Hartman, Arkansas. And it's going to be fucking awesome, dude. It's going to be in the woods. We're going to be camping out. So if you're in a, I'm going to say 6-hour radius and plus, do you know it? No cap on it, you know. No cap on it. Drive. Come on up. It's going to be fucking awesome. A lot of really good music, a lot of really great vibes, and a really beautiful state. Very, very excited about that. But my guest this week is one of my favorite people on the fucking planet. Literally one of my best friends. Simple as that. Not only is he one of my best friends, he makes some of the best music I've ever heard. He makes timeless fucking music. When he sends me songs, they end up being some of my favorite electronic songs, period. Not just that year, not that month. They stick with me. I was a fan of this guy before I was even a producer. I'm a big fan of him as an artist, big fan of him as a person. And he just rebranded. He was formerly known as Clutch. And he has a new EP dropping June the 4th on Drama Club Records. That is Mr. Boogie T's label, good friend of ours. And the EP is called Get Loose. Y'all make sure to go check that out when it drops. But without further ado, I'm just going to get into this episode, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the new and approved Komuz.
Come here, girl, is that ass fat? Let me take my tongue and go around your dirt track. I met a girl and her booty tastes like strawberries. I swear to God, this could be the one that I marry. Hey, hey, and she's so damn fine. I may eat that from behind. I met a girl and her booty tastes like strawberries.
Oh, we're diving. Oh, just diving right in.
Yep,
into
as we do.
I like it, man. Straight into the deep end.
I know, I forget who was. I think I was talking to Brian. And he was like, man, you seen Andre lately? I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't seen him in a minute. It's fucking football season ain't here.
You're right. You're right, man. I am a hermit until basically OTAs start, which is right about now, and practice to start going
again. What the fuck does OTAs even stand for?
See? I don't even. You're right. I don't even know. I've always just called it OTA. Should we come up with what it probably stands for?
Offensive
tactical analysis.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking good.
Right.
Or obese tackling anal fuckers.
Yeah. Well, actually, funny thing is that was going to be the Saints' original name. Okay,
The anal fuckers.
The anal fuckers. It was originally going to be the anal fuckers,
Dude.
But,
Dude.
I know, but the NFL stepped in and said, I don't think that's going to be the most marketable thing.
How awesome would that be if when the XFL comes back, they just have the anal fuckers?
The anal fuckers.
Oh, dude.
Didn't the XFL allow people to put their own like names on the
Nicknames,
back?
yeah.
Like, do you ever see that meme with like Dinkleberry right next to each other?
Yep.
Yeah.
What would be yours in the back?
What would be mine? I'm too scared to tackle you.
We just put our feelings back there.
Yeah, right.
I'm barely holding on.
Right. I'm unable to pay my rent.
I'm unable to express my emotions.
Yeah. That's why I'm on the field hitting people.
Hit me just so I can feel anything.
Right.
Yeah.
My dad's still getting cigarettes.
I don't know who my father is.
Right.
Like, whoa.
I don't know who my father is. I'm adopted.
Yeah. You will. Yeah. So then you could put that on your jersey.
I could put that on my jersey. Actually, I have a dad though. I had a father who raised me. I just don't know who my blood father is.
Is that ever? Are you curious? Like, I know you met. You and I talked about this in the last time you were on the show.
Did we?
About your mom. Whenever you met your mom.
Oh yeah, because that was pretty fresh.
Yeah, it was
you're
really
right.
fresh
Yeah, you're
when
right.
you met your birth mom.
Yeah, you're right.
And have you asked her, or is there any like curiosity on your end?
Funny thing.
For like the dad.
Yeah, you get a fresh update, okay? Because I actually found this out about a week or two ago at my cousin's graduation party, or right before my cousin's graduation party. Yeah, Pops is out near Atlanta. He's in somewhere in the I don't hope putting him too on blast, but I barely know his name, so it is what it is. But the cool thing, he does exist. That's number one. Number two is that I actually think I have other siblings. I think I have like 3 to 4 other half siblings, not just my birth mom's siblings, but like now and they're probably closer to me in age as well. So I got like a whole tribe right out there, man.
Just out there.
Yeah. So if you're my sibling and you see or hear this, hit a dude up, man.
Bro,
I'm waiting for you.
You also got to be careful out there. Your zipper's undone, by the way.
Oh,
You
nice.
got to be careful out there, dude, because you could be out there trying to holler at a lady.
You're right.
And some Joe Dirt type shit happens, dude.
Bro, I'm
your sister. I'm your sister.
I actually have had these thoughts before in the fact of like, especially growing up in the city of New Orleans. I have family in New Orleans as well. I was like, I probably have crossed my like paths with my birth family before. And funny enough, it was true because I actually went to high school with my cousins. They were a Jesuit at my high school at the same exact time I was at high school, and we just had no idea. And we were like crossing each other in the hallways and stuff, which is crazy.
You never felt like any type of like spiritual or like any type of like greater thing going on when you were like, you ever looked? Was there ever a moment whenever you found out those were your cousins, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you think back about when you were in school, if there was a moment where like you connected odds with them and maybe there was like, whoa. But then that was it. It was just
not really, because the crazy thing is that like I heard their name over announcements and stuff all the time. But the thing about Louisiana is that like there's only like 10 last names in Louisiana.
Boudreaux.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Boudreaux, Wagaspack, which is mine, Faubacher, which is another one of my family members.
Faubacher, dude.
Faubacher, them German, French, and then like Dellery. Their last name's Dellery, but that's a really common
we have
name.
a Gullery.
A Gullery.
Yeah, Gullery.
You mean Guillory?
Thank you.
You mean Giller?
Thank you. I've been reading.
You've been reading that wrong your whole entire life, haven't you been?
the whole 3 years I've lived in this house. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's Guillory.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Welcome.
Dude, it took me like I still don't know how to spell it, but it took me forever to
G-U-I.
No, for Chopatoulas.
Oh, Chopatoulas. Yes.
Yeah, it took me so fucking long.
It's a fun little tongue twister. I always I work at Mardi Gras World, and we get a lot of, obviously all tourists pretty much, and whenever they call in looking for a free shuttle to get to our place, they're always like, yeah, we're on the corner of whatever and
Tisquito do?
to Chapatalas. And I'm just like,
Chapipatown.
you mean Chopatoulas? You can just say Chop for short. So whenever you're in New Orleans, say Chop for short, just it makes it really easy. But it's actually I'm pretty sure, I'm not positive, but I think it has a Native American background to it. I think it means.
But you're not positive, so you're just pulling shit out of your ass.
Well, I feel like I've Googled or Wikipedia'd this once or twice, and y'all can double check me on this, but I'm pretty sure it means like those who live by the river or something, like along those lines. And I mean, the street does line up along the river, so it does indeed make sense.
Yeah, dude. Every time I hear river nowadays, I just think of Young Dolph. I don't know. Took her out to eat. Fucked up on the river.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's about it.
What about, have you ever taken your Chevy to the levee?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah?
Took my Chevy to the levee.
Yeah, was it dry? Was the levee dry?
Nah, that bitch was wet as
Nice,
fuck, bro.
man.
Super
yeah.
wet.
Everywhere you go, it's wet, man.
Bro, I make a Sahara Desert wet, boy.
Yeah, you're right. Just raining, man. Let it gush.
Gushing, dude.
Gush.
And it took me for the longest time. You know how they spell go? Like Go Saints or Go
Oh,
Tigers.
okay, I'm like, like G-O?
No, motherfucker. Like G-E-A-U-X?
Yeah,
Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
G-E-A-U-X. Yeah.
Thank Lord,
yeah,
I
means
just got
go,
that right.
man. Yeah.
Dude, I was like, yes.
Go.
God.
Go.
For the longest time. I was just like, why don't they just spell go? It's just two letters.
Because it's tradition, Mitchell. It's tradition, okay. It's that French spelling.
I like tradition, dude. You have a tradition you like to uphold? Anything you do?
Yeah, man. I salute the American flag.
Hey, amen to that.
Yeah, there you
Fucking
go.
amen
That's
to
what
that.
I'm talking about, dude.
God damn.
Yeah, right.
I don't even want to come back at that.
Yeah.
I want to come back to that, dude.
Also, another big tradition I always uphold is I never eat king cake out of season.
Okay.
Ever.
So what about the white pants after Labor Day, dude? I don't get that one. I don't even know if I own white pants.
I've never owned white pants.
Oh,
I've owned seersucker pants, which has white in them. But yeah, I don't get the white after Labor Day either. When is Labor Day? That's in like September or something, huh?
I don't know, man, but I just know that I used to own some white pants. I own some white-ass skinny jeans, and S-Fam has a picture of
Why
me.
ask? Is that the one? Do you have a blue shirt or something?
It's like a white tank top with blue on it.
Okay, gotcha.
It's like me when I was a chode-ass teenager trying to be cool, and they use it as their visuals whenever they play any of our
you had the Cookie Monster flat bill, right?
Yup.
Yeah.
I was so cool, dude.
That was fantastic, man.
Seen as fuck.
Hopefully Scene makes a comeback. So you know how like the 80s are in right now? That's how it was, and like I feel like as this next 10 years comes in, this next decade, the 90s are going to be cool again. And then hopefully by the 2040s, Seenie Weenies will be back.
Wow. Okay, so this can make a circle. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of mullets pop up, dude.
Yeah, that's the 80s. That's the 80s vibe, man. That's the 80s vibe. Just like, did you ever watch that Hypa video I sent you? It's okay if you didn't.
I might not have.
Well, go check it out.
I didn't.
Hypa by Eskimo Callboy.
Eskimo Brothers.
Eskimo Callboy. We are not. We need to make that happen soon.
Are we not?
No, I don't think so.
Dude, are we? So I like calling them Wiener Cousins.
Wiener Cousins?
Instead of Eskimo Brothers, I like Wiener Cousins. It's fun.
It's less fun.
Oh, really?
To me, that's less fun.
I just like I think the word wiener is just a funny fucking
Wiener
word.
Cousins, though?
Yeah.
As opposed to Eskimo Bros?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Wiener Cousins
What
doesn't
do
rhyme. It has
girls-
no rhyme to it.
What do girls call themselves who fuck the same dudes?
Oh, I knew this. Oh my gosh. It's just been so long since I've been a girl. Oh man, I don't know. I wish somebody could call in and
Yeah,
tell
I
us,
wish
you know
I
what
wish I had
Like,
somebody I could call.
Can I? Yeah, right. I don't know.
Ask my mom.
Yeah. Dick Sisses.
Dick
Sisters?
Sisters.
Dick Sisters.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Dick Sisters.
Dixie Sisters.
Dixie-
like
Dixie
like
Chicks.
Sisters.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. No. No, I don't know, man. Eskimo Sisters. Who knows?
Oh, dude, yeah. I like Eskimo Sisters. Ain't that cool?
No, it's not.
And so wiener's a funny word for a penis. What's a funny word for a vagina? Dude, I like calling them coochies are funny. Coochie. Strange.
Yes. Yes.
Monkey. But I got that from South Park.
Okay.
Yeah. And also I got strange from South Park.
What about fist holder?
Damn. Okay. All
Right?
right.
The wizard sleeve.
Cum dumpster.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I think that's more of
Aggressive, okay.
Yeah, it's aggressive, but I think it's more of that's a overall descriptor of a person.
Okay, word.
Like that is what they are.
Okay.
As opposed to
Load safe.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, there we
right,
go.
Right. Load lockbox.
Load lockbox. This is fucked up.
There you go. We sperm asylum.
I don't think girls call their vaginas any of these things.
Yeah, no. You will now.
Oh, dude, if I had a girl call her vagina that, I would probably get on a knee and ask her to marry me.
Step into the sperm asylum.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, dude. But you know what?
Well, the reason I thought of that was because on Magazine Street. Yeah, okay. Do you remember that night we went out to the Saint and we met those people from the reality TV show?
Yep.
And then they brought us into that really large building all the way up to the loft. And then we hung out with them. And
That's a fun night.
That was a great night.
That's after emo night.
What? Was it an emo
It was
night?
after emo night.
And then we just walked back down Magazine. You're right. That was, bro, we were out to like 5 or 6 at the Saint.
It was a good time,
That was
man.
a great time. But the reason I bring that up is the building that we went to, they're remodeling it, but this is why I thought of sperm asylum, is because actually that used to be an old orphanage, but back in the day apparently they didn't call them orphanages. And if you look all the way up at one of the stones up at the top, it says infant asylum.
Oh, that's creepy.
It's metal.
That's so metal.
It's so metal.
Wow,
man.
you're actually right.
Right?
That'd be one of the coolest metal band names ever.
Infant asylum. Exactly.
But also, like, they could be like, oh, what is this pedophile group?
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
In this day
We're
and age.
locking them down.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's no bueno. No bueno at all.
No.
No, but that's where I came up with sperm asylum, is because apparently they used to be infant asylums.
But that does sound a little metal.
It's so metal.
Yeah. That'd be an interesting stand-up set. Just walk up there and just give
Just like a list out.
a vagina names.
Read it like Shakespearean with a skull in your hand, just holding it out. To vagina or not to vagina? God, I can't wait for my parents
To get
listen to
vaginas?
this.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no.
Word. Are they gonna listen to this?
I doubt it, but if not, hi mom, hi dad, I love you.
Did they listen to the last one?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Dude, I had my parents, pretty much my whole goddamn family, listen to the episode I did with my stepbrother Jeremy.
Nice. That must have been a fun topic of conversation.
And those are like the only ones that have gotten demonetized because they're so fucked.
Yeah, right? There you go. Okay, so YouTube's coming for you, huh? Oh, man. You're going to start the next adpocalypse single-handedly. It's going to be great.
So
just some country bumpkin ruining it for everybody.
So they, like I had my Aunt Angie, who's just like, she literally just got her certificate in ministry, okay?
Yeah.
Like, just most ideal Christian lady you could think of.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I'm about to watch your podcast with Jeremy. And I was like, good luck.
You might want to get your car seat and buckle in.
I'm going to grab your Bible and bless the fucking YouTube for us real quick.
Have you been reading your little book of Psalms?
Yeah, I have actually.
That's good. That's good,
I had a week off of it, so as you can see, it's just sitting up there
Just
collecting
chilling.
dust.
It's all good, man. As long as it's keeping you centered, helping you out a little bit.
Yeah, man, I'm just trying to figure it out.
I think we're all just trying to figure out. I don't think any of us have the answers. I think we're all just trying to do the best with what we got and try to implement the best strategies to keep your sanity in this ridiculous thing we call life.
Yeah, speaking of implemented strategies.
Hey, good job pronouncing that right.
Yeah, I did it
I'm
right.
Proud of you. Implementing strategies.
Fucking A, dude.
That was multi-syllabic. I'm proud of you, brother.
I'm Slavic or something, whatever he just said.
said.
I don't know if I'm speaking Slavic over
Slavic.
here. Isn't that like a Russian language?
Yeah, the Slavs. Yeah. Well, I don't think it's a language.
That's a fucked
but like
up.
The Slavs.
Goddamn Slavs.
The Slavs.
That sounds fucking. That sounds
Well, the
pretty
Slavic,
aggressive.
bro. Yeah, that's Eastern European.
Okay, word. Well, that's a place I don't even know exists. So
Yeah. That's where the
what is even over there?
Eastern Europe.
I know, but like,
What's even over there? A
do you
lot
think-
of tundra, a lot of
they have a
frozen
Taco
tundra.
Bell?
But they probably call it like Dostoevsky or something. You know.
Oh, so you know some of the language?
I don't. That's a Russian author.
Okay, word.
Yeah, that's
have
probably the only Russian word I know.
I have one guy that I go to whenever I'm doing like a Russian act. My name is Pliskin Lvovsky.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Not
I
Ivan.
come from Russia.
From,
And I come here to fuck. chicks.
in Soviet Russia, car drive you.
I no get COVID. COVID get I.
Yes. COVID get Ivan. Ivan don't get COVID.
No COVID.
Those
Please
are-
give me vodka.
I'm
Don't
telling-
get
yeah.
the cold.
Russians are just the scariest white people, man. I know that joke's I know that joke's been made a million times, but it's just the truth, man. It's just
That's
like,
some hardcore motherfuckers,
yeah,
dude.
dude, they don't fuck around, man. They're raised on like
Pain.
pain and winter. pain in winter, man. It's like they actually literally have ice in their veins. I know we just like say that when we shoot a three-pointer or something, but they got it, man. They got it good. That's why Nurmagomedov. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Nurmagomedov.
Okay, I'm gonna say you're like a
Nurmagomedov.
couple letters away from being canceled.
You're
so
right.
keep it together, dude.
Yeah, it's one. It's whoever the UFC fighter who is awesome from.
Oh, Khabib, dude.
Khabib, yeah.
Jesus, that wasn't that hard to say.
Yeah, but he has a last name.
Oh yeah, I ain't even attempting that.
Well, that's
shit.
what I was attempting, but we're not going
I
to
ain't even
anymore.
attempting that shit.
Oh, no. Oh, man.
Oh man, but what I was saying is, speaking of whatever word that you complimented me on, what was it again? You complimented on how I said it.
It was
Strategically
implementing. Strategically implementing.
You're implementing something to get something done, okay?
Yeah, well, it was basically like, it was a strategy to implement into your life to make sure that you don't go fucking insane while you're existing in reality.
Well, speaking of Speaking of
Intimacy.
speaking of intimacy, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing
Oh,
so
my
well. Can we
goodness.
turn this off and like just, you know what I mean? Like,
I love you, Dre.
this is going to be a very short podcast, guys. We got to go to the room next door and have a little.
No, dude, we'll do it in here, bro.
Oh, in front of them?
On
There you go.
camera,
I mean, if
OnlyFans.
we're getting demonetized.
OnlyFans,
If
bitch.
we're getting
No,
demonetized.
they'll just kick me off at that point.
Yeah, they will.
But it's all right. Majority of people listen to the podcast because I was hitting you up about that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think most people just listen to podcasts. But, you know, if you want to go see our pretty mugs, definitely go check out Taboo's YouTube at...
youtube.com/musicbytaboo.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you
Boom,
plug. That's
shakalaka.
how you plug.
But what I was saying, I was trying to plug something, dude, and we just kept on getting distracted. And that's
It's
all
cool.
right,
Yeah,
'cause
we're
it's good
talking
times.
about you reading your Psalms, and that was how you're
The
implementing.
Bible. Listen, I'm talking about implementing
Yeah, strategies.
strategy.
Yeah.
Komuz.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
So this is something that is brand new, something that you've been thinking about for a while, something that
long
you've
time.
talked to me about
Yeah, I
For a long
called you.
time.
I called you at work.
like 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, I called you in the middle of my shift with the existential crisis that I was going through for sure. This is a brand new journey for me. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that I get to come on here and talk about it. But yeah, Komuz is the next evolution, the next step, I guess, in my artistic journey. It's, as I mentioned in my original post, it's name change only. I'm still keeping the same exact vibes and the same exact aesthetic and the same sound that I was doing with Clutch. But there was just a little bit of legal baggage that was coming with it. I also didn't think that it really fit what I was really trying to portray, because moniker and the visual aspect of any sonic art is a really important part of that, right? As like you hit the nail on the head with Taboo. It's as simple as that, right? It's all encompassing of what you're doing. So I needed to do that, but the music industry is difficult. It's a
son bitch.
It's a real son of a bitch, man. And I started young. I started. I guess some kids are being able to start at like 13 and 14 nowadays, which is fantastic. They get a real leg up like we did when we were doing bands and stuff. But I started the EDM stuff after the band stuff because I was in bands all throughout high school. The EDM stuff at 19. In a room in college, not knowing what the fuck I was doing, dude. And I just picked a name. I was stoned one day, thought it sounded cool, and just went with it.
Clutch does sound cool.
Clutch does sound cool. It was a really cool brand, and a lot of people fucked with it. The issue is that a lot of other businesses thought that was a really cool brand as well,
Yeah.
and they thought it was a really cool brand before I thought it was a really cool brand.
That's
and
an issue. Huh?
That is a big issue, and they took some legal steps to lock that in. And I just didn't know about that process of the game, and I didn't have really anybody there to direct me for about 8 years. You know what I mean? I've been doing this for quite some time. You know, I'll be turning 28 next month. Right, just like starting to hit my prime, and I felt that it was time to really lock in something that I could build long term for the future. That me, my friends, my family, and all the fans that we're gonna gain and that I already have can really latch onto and really build a community around that we could have as our own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is really important. Which is really, really important when you're building something.
Yeah, it sucked for people to get clutch tattoos. You know what I mean?
That dude, I'm so glad nobody did it already. You know, I mean, but that's why I never had merch out. You know, it was because
yeah, you only did like
one or two
drop.
rounds.
Yeah. Shit, man, I don't even own a clutch T-shirt.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were always asking for it, and I was just like, you know, I just don't think the time is right, and it was because that little whatever was knocking in the back of my head, being like, you know, this isn't the right time, this isn't the right move.
That's
and
God, bro.
yeah, it was, man. It was it was whatever the universe was telling me to do. And yeah, you know, I just fumbled through the music industry. Had some friends to help me along the way. They did a lot of really good jobs and kind of helped direct me, but no one really took interest into the project to kind of help me get to that next level until recently. Thank the Lord. And it was able to assemble a team around me of some really great guys, some great agents, some great managers that have faith and belief in what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to accomplish and want to help me along that path. And, you know, you work hard. Some people get it really early on. Some people have to work hard. We're all on our own journey, and I'm just glad that mine is starting to play out the way that I always saw it was playing out. I'm just blessed that it's finally happening. You know,
Yeah.
I'm really happy that these guys decided to take that leap of faith with me. So
Yeah, I am really fucking happy for you, man. Like, the team you have now are really good dudes. Such good dudes. And that has always been like the thing you've been missing in my eyes. Like your sets, like just live sets, and I'm not even jerking you off when I say this.
I know.
Right? I'm not trying to jerk you off.
I know.
But your sets are literally like my favorite sets to see.
I know. I appreciate that, buddy.
Every time you get up there, you just leave it all up there.
Yeah, because I don't know when the next time's going to be. You know what I mean? Because that's the way that I was performing for a long time, is because when you don't have agents and you don't have managers and you're booking all these things yourself, you know, you only get maybe 1 or 2 shows out, and you don't know what's going to happen after that. You don't have a whole year planned. You're just trying to grind and push yourself to try to get to that next show. So that's all I had was like, this might be the last show because I don't know what's going to happen in the future. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody's going to book me again. So this is all I got. This is the only chance I have to do it. So you lay it on out there, and you know, I always have a fucking fantastic time with it. And I just try to be experimental, jump around a little bit, play songs that people don't expect to be played, and figure out how to morph that into something else. You know what I mean? That's why you always tell me that you're just like, you just never get stuck on the same thing, which is always what I try to do. Try to hit a little bit of everything, man.
You do a good job of that. Another thing I really love about, you know, not just your sets, but your music is, and you do this in such a good way that fucking I miss it. A lot of people miss it, but doing it like this. You make a lot of timeless tracks. Like you make a lot of songs that just like you could have made them 8 years ago or 8 years from now. I could listen to them and be like, this is still a really good song. Cool. Because it's not just like your typical, just like a banger or just like your, you know, your club festival, you know, banger or whatever. It's like, yeah, there's always some type of like there's like a little bit of emotion in them just about every time.
I appreciate
that. And it's always just one thing I also like about your songs too, they almost have like a childlike energy in them, and I like that a lot. They're fun. Like every time you send me something, I say this is a fun track.
Yeah, man.
And that's what I like about a lot. That's what I love about electronic music. I fucking like sometimes it's hard for me to hear like a heavy track and be like, oh, this is sick.
Yeah.
But like I love hearing fun songs.
Yeah.
Where like they're like have like a childlike energy, where they're goofy, where they're just like a little wonky. Like those are fun. Yeah. I like those fun things, and I think you do a really good job doing all that stuff. And I'm really glad you have a team around you now, dude, because man, that's what you've been missing, dude.
That's what we've been missing, dude. You're not the only person to say that either. You know, like talking to a few other people in the industry, like even like hitting up Harrison about it. You know, he was just like, finally, I was waiting for someone to pick you up. You know what I mean? Which is great. And I was like, you don't have to tell me that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, 100%. Like I've been waiting the same amount. I know you have too. Like I said, we've had this conversation. I was just like, man, I don't know if this is gonna go anywhere. Like I feel like I need to switch it. And you were like, hey, do you have a better idea? And I was like, no. And you're like, all right, well then there's the answer. And we have that better idea. But yeah, what you said about the music, that's always the game plan. You know, I think the whole entire point of any musical experience is to have fun at the end of the day. And you know, we all have fun in different ways. Like you mentioned, sometimes the heavier like tear out shit, it might not appeal to you or appeal to me, but it might appeal to somebody that they will have fun in that.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's the entire point is finding that audience that will grasp onto that. And you know, I think I know what you're picking up on, because I always had, like, you know, when I was doing the happy trap stuff, and it was
so much fun.
Exactly. I'm always melody oriented.
Yep, you are. I love your melodies.
That's
all the time,
my big thing, is because I know, you know, as a kid who grew up in the like 2010 or 2008 really, but like I'll say like going to shows heavy in like 2010 to like 2015, like that was such a melody oriented era of EDM. You know, a lot of house, a lot of big room, a lot of happy trap, a lot of melodic dubstep. Like that's what it always was, is melodies. And like, you know, the reason we remember Avicii's Levels is because that melody is fucking insane. And so once you realize that people attach themselves to melodies, you could have a cool bass line or you could have a cool sound design or something, but what people will always attach to and will always hum, right? And will always think about is the melody. So if you can create an infectious melody, a fun melody, then that's what's going to sustain itself for, like you said, 10, 20, 30 plus years, you know?
I think that's where Porter Robinson does it so well too, man.
Exactly. It's all melody oriented, man. It's all melody oriented.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like I do that a good bit with my music, but you do it in such like a happy way. It's always so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always so much fucking fun, dude. But yeah, dude, and one thing I do like about what you said, and you know, I want a lot of other people to like really keep this in mind. You've been doing this shit for like 8.5 years.
Yeah. Since I was 19. Once more, I'm gonna be turning 28 in June. Still 27, but like, yeah, it's been a long, arduous, but fun journey.
Yeah, a lot of motherfuckers get in here and put some quarter notes over a dubstep
right.
beat and be like, "Where's my agent at?" Exactly,
man. And sometimes they get that, you know.
Sometimes they get it, man.
Sometimes they get that, and that's the way. The music biz crumbles sometimes. And so what you got to do is, if you're in a position like me where you're playing the long game, you know, because don't get me wrong, dude. When I was younger, that was my mindset, and I had to change that mindset real quick.
You get jaded.
But I was so jaded, man. I was like, you know, like 3 to 4 years in, you're like, why aren't these things happening for me? Why aren't these things going right for me? Like, why can't I get this? Why can't I get that? And my mindset was in such a horrible spot, and it almost made me quit a couple times. But
I remember you telling me one time you're gonna quit, and I said, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, man. Because it was really frustrating when you, I think, you know, I'm about to say the word, and it's the one thing that you should never do, is I was expecting things. Yeah, and that's a trap that a lot of artists fall into, is we expect something to happen to us. We expect, oh, we did this or we did that, so of course it's going to come to us. And you got to remember, the people that it comes to at a very early stage of their career, those are far and few in between. Those are the lucky ones. Those are the small percentage of people that get that, and not everyone's going to be in that small percentage. So I had to take an ego hit. I had to really humble myself and realize that I'm in this for the long haul, and in the end of the day, I'm in this for the music regardless. And so if you're in this without the music being the number one thing that you're doing, saying, even if I wasn't playing shows, even if I had to do my 9 to 5 for the rest of my life, I'm going to still fucking put out these bangers just for the shits and gigs of it. If that's not your priority, then you are going to become jaded and you will quit, because you won't get the things that you think you're supposed to have already. So I had to do a lot of soul searching and a lot of powering through. And then once I started working a lot harder, working a lot smarter, and then reducing those expectations, that's when things started to happen for me. You know what I mean? When I didn't think that something was going to happen is when it did. And then you take the training you have and the humility that you have, and then you start approaching those targets differently, and with more success afterwards.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, sometimes failure, and I'm not saying, all that stuff was failure, but like, sometimes just, not getting what you need to get, that failure in a sense. That's the best teacher, dog.
Without a doubt. And all it was even looking back at it now, like even then, like I wasn't ready for this. Like I was still like, cool. I made some cool songs and I made some great remixes and they were getting played out and people kind of knew about me. But I mean, even now I'm still kind of a lower level artist on the tier. Like if I was to get put on a festival lineup, I'd probably be on the third level, which I'm fine with now, because I know what I'm doing right now is I'm working and I'm putting in the time and the effort and the energy to get to that first tier eventually. You know what I mean? But I had to put myself down there first to realize that, and that's where the grind comes. That's where the hunger comes, but that's also where the appreciation comes, because when I get that first festival back, right, when I get that first tour lined up back, when I get whatever big show comes my way, I'm going to appreciate that so much more, because I waited 8, 9, 10 years for that.
Yeah, you also waited to the right fucking time to do Komuz, dude.
Imagine bro.
Doing Komuz whenever like festivals and shows are fully back.
Oh, geez, yeah.
And you're like, you know what, man?
It's time to switch it.
Let me just hit up the promoters that have clutch in this city. And let me just let them know Komuz is coming through. Okay?
Exactly, yeah. Instead, yeah, we're just going to... I know you put all this promo and all this energy into this.
I fucked Clutch to bed, okay? Komuz is... Daddy's here.
You're 100% right, man. It was, I want to be... as best with my words as possible. I don't want to misspeak, because this past year in the pandemic has been an absolute tragedy for many people all across the globe, and I know a lot of people are still dealing with it. But when it came to the project, the momentum loss that we all felt in the music industry, that ended up being a blessing in disguise to me, right? Because everything did shut down and all that momentum was lost. Like, for instance, we were on the Eat My Sass tour, and we were doing really well. And
it was crushing.
It was crushing, and we were getting out there. I was getting out there. Imagine if after that tour was done, hopefully the game plan was to start doing some bigger stuff for the Clutch project after, right?
Yeah, and so imagine on another tour.
Exactly. Probably. Imagine, and then that snowballs and snowballs and snowballs, and then I wouldn't have been able to course correct, and then
you get sued, bitch.
Exactly, and then I get sued, and then everything's taken away from me, and I can't build off of that. So that momentum stop was a total blessing in disguise. It allowed me to really take a step back, and as difficult as it is to take a step back after working to get to a place in so long, my knowledge has allowed me to realize that it's a positive step back, because we're going to take even further steps forward after this. But basically that allowed me to recalibrate, reassess, and have the time, energy to focus on creating what needed to be created. And like, bro, I remember when Nate and Waylon hit me up, they're like, hey man, we'd really like to represent you. And I was like, cool, we need to rebrand. Like, that was like the first call. It was like, this is great, I'm gonna let you know we need to do this. This is what needs to happen for all of us, because if we all want success in this is what's going to have to happen. Hit up Alex and Brian about it, and they were down with it as well. I mean, they all understood as well. Even I remember Alex being like, yeah, I was always kind of iffy about that. And I was like, yeah, no. First thing, everybody was like, yeah. Everybody like exclaimed like, yeah, we kind of thought this. And I'm like, why didn't anybody tell me this? You know what I mean? But it's okay.
Fucking assholes.
Yeah, right? Nobody.
We're talking about you, Alex, you piece of shit.
Nobody ever told me these things at the right time, but it's okay, because I'm the boss. I have to make the decisions for me, right? But yeah, everybody, I was like, we need to do this, and they were like, let's fucking do it. Let's lock it in. Hit up Maya, the lovely artist who helped me with the Clutch brand a while back. Bada bing, bada boom. 2 to 3 months of hard work going into that. I have a lot of music that I was working on throughout all of
Don't worry.
all of it anyway. So it was providential.
Providential.
It meant to be.
Thank you.
Here you go. It was meant to be. It was meant to
Learned
be.
something today.
There you go. It was necessary as well, and I'm just excited to finally get this going because now I feel even
Now the brand's gonna make sense.
the brand's gonna make total sense. So if y'all don't know what Komuz is, check this out. So Komuz, I'm spelling it Komuz. Just so I can really lock in the legal stuff.
K-U-M.
Oh yeah, I know you're trying to beat the Komuz guy, right?
Komuz, dude. Komuz
yeah.
all over your mama
Oh, not my mom.
and your daddy, boy.
Not my mom and dad. They're
Or
like,
just whichever one's willing.
yeah,
okay.
they're like 70, bro. Come on.
Okay, well, listen, I ain't never been with the GILF or GALF.
Yeah, but you want that?
Is that a GALF? Is that what you call them daddies, granddaddies you want to fuck?
Galf? Why would it be Galf? Because
I don't know.
G is already. It would both be Gilf because they're both granddad and grandma, right?
Got you, bro.
But I don't even call my grandparents granddad and grandma. It's my mare and papa.
Mine's
because we're
Wheezy and
French.
Pops.
Because we French, baby.
Mine's Wheezy and Pops.
My mare and papa. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, let's talk about fucking parents now.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you with cum, but
Yes,
explain
you're
what
right. Yes,
Komuz
Komuz,
is, dude,
exactly,
my bad.
exactly.
I heard cum and I got
Yeah,
excited.
you're like, you won that. All right. So, yeah, Komuz is spelled C-O-M-U-S. I spell it K-O-M-U-Z, but the original spelling is C-O-M-U-S. He's the Greek god of festivities and revelry, okay, which is really cool because they used to throw week-long ragers in his honor. Men would dress like women would dress like men. They just get fucked up, trip
yeah,
balls.
dude.
it'd be a great fucking time. And
Chicks with dicks. Let's go,
chicks with
dude.
dicks. It's the best.
That's what I'm into.
And basically that ties into the NOLA aspect, which is my lifeblood basically. The Mystic crew of Komuz was the first Mardi Gras crew ever formed in New Orleans. It's disbanded. It got disbanded in '92. But it has the tie-in of party and liveliness and festivities and the spirit of Mardi Gras and in New Orleans. And it's crazy enough the way I spelled K-O-M-U-Z. It's even an instrument. There's an instrument called a Komuz. K-O-M-U-Z. I didn't even know that until I spelled it wrong, and then I Googled it, and I was like, "Oh, it's a stringed instrument. It's like
I should get you one.
I think
dog.
it's like a Kyrgyzstani instrument or something.
Kyrgyzstanian?
Kyrgyzstan. It's like it's in Asia.
Okay.
It's in like Western Asia. It's near Eastern Europe.
So many places I just don't know.
It's okay. You'll travel the world. You got it. But it's an instrument as well, which is even cooler. So it's like an instrument. It has the universal tie-in of the gods and the Greek gods because that's the universal appeal right there. It has the roots from my roots, and it really, I think it just fits the brand so much better. It really, really does. And hindsight's always 20/20, but man, life plays out how it's supposed to play out. You can't put any constraints on it. You just gotta roll with it as best as you can, and that's what I'm doing.
It's crazy how important that branding shit is for a fucking music project, right?
It really is, man. It truly, truly is. And
like, I still figure it out. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, I feel like I did a good job with the Taboo thing.
You
but
really
like,
did.
But like, dude, it's wild. Like, if I would have picked a different name,
right, and it might not have
worked.
Yeah,
yeah,
it might not have fit as
so
well.
weird.
It is really weird, and it goes to show you, any kids trying to enter in the game right now, put a lot of thought into this. Put a lot of thought into.
My name's DJ. Fuck your eardrums.
Hey, that might work out though, especially if it's spelled correctly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
FVK.
Right. I mean, Unicorn Fucker did pretty well. You know what I mean. So.
Did he?
Yeah, I'm not gonna throw any shade at Unicorn.
Okay, I didn't know if he did.
I mean, like, he ran the New Orleans house scene for a decade. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like church.
Respect to that.
Churches was a staple of the New Orleans EDM scene for sure.
Yeah, man. I remember when I first moved here to New Orleans, I was going to church for like,
every Sunday, bro.
I don't know if I was going every Sunday. I was probably going like probably about every other Sunday for a little bit, going to base church.
Yeah, church was fucking epic,
it's awesome,
man.
dude.
Yeah,
the fucking Dragon's go hard.
Great.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, I remember that that Grizz show that I got to play, which is really cool. But or like one of my favorite memories from church was like after Voodoo when both Flux and Skrillex showed up. Unannounced, and they just started jamming at the after party. There was like 200 people in that room. It was brilliant.
Favorite moment, huh?
It was really cool.
My favorite moment with you, okay? Since I'm just gonna switch it up on this.
That's
all right?
cool. That's cool.
Favorite moment with you was whenever me, you, and your birth mom dancing to Kevin Gates And he was like, anybody out there ever had a dick in their stomach? And all three of us were like, woo!
Yeah! It was out. First thing, Kevin Gates slayed. Definitely top performance of Buku.
Yeah, he was my favorite.
Crazy enough, it was
awesome.
It was KG. He was first thing on time. Okay, for rappers.
And as a rapper, that's doing really fucking good.
He was
dude.
on time. He was on the dot. Okay?
Migos were like 45 minutes late.
They barely showed up.
Lil Uzi Vert just didn't even get on the plane.
ASAP Rocky showed up late too. It was pretty rough. But
I've only been late to one show, and it wasn't even my fault.
yeah,
Wasn't my fault. It was the airline. I landed.
blame it on the airline. Why didn't you fly the plane, Mitch?
Dude, because I don't know how to fly.
Why not?
Because these legs were meant for walking, dude. Okay? Like the good Lord intended, okay?
Nice.
I'm a walking creature. I ain't got wings,
Bro,
man.
have you been shaving your legs? Or
No, I just don't grow hair.
That's fair. That's fair.
You see how smooth my legs are?
I got a pretty hairy butt for as little hair as I got on me.
My butt ain't that hairy. Honestly, like, you're going to make fun of me. Literally, like, my head and chin, like, dude, my arms,
Yeah, you're right. It's pretty thin.
I'm pretty bare, dude. I'm a pretty smooth feller.
You pretty are. You
The
pretty
ladies,
much are,
the
yeah.
ladies dig it, though.
And I know that
Ladies
you
dig it.
need to keep the goatee so you don't look like a thumb. So you know.
My flavor saver, yeah, dude. Honestly, I would get a fucking mullet if people already didn't compare me to Theo Von so much.
There you go. And I mean, like, that's gonna be played out soon anyway.
The mullet,
Yeah, it'll be played out soon.
I think it's gangster, man.
Yeah.
I got a face mullet though down here. You know what I mean? That's what I've been calling it,
A face mullet.
or a flavor saver, whichever one you want.
Say, are you trying to? It's a goatee.
Flavor saver, face mullet, whichever one.
Face mullet. How do I mean? Like, it's only business in the front. There's no party in the back.
The party's in the mouth, dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in my throat, dog. That's where the party's at.
Gotcha. That's
What you want, daddy? Come on.
What's that little thing that hangs in the back of your throat?
Uvula.
I was gonna say uvula, but I was afraid that was a woman's part. But
Wait, it might be.
No. I
No, no.
think that's a no. I think
Women
that's
have uvulas.
Oh my god. I should have studied more in school.
Dude, I wish they would have taught me something.
Right?
I wish they would have taught me something. Dude, I was in a hotel room this past weekend, and they had this artwork on my wall, and it was in cursive. I had no idea what it said. I sat there forever. I knew sometimes there was a word on that said sometimes, I think. And that was the only word I could make out.
You never learned cursive?
Nope. I literally don't know. When I write a signature,
Yeah.
I'm not writing my name. I'm literally writing an M, and then everything
squiggle?
else is just...
That's fair.
I'm literally not writing my name.
I do something similar. It kind of just falls out, but I mean,
Sometimes I even draw a dick.
I'm rushing through. At Target, do you remember when Target used to print out the receipt with your signature on it? I used to draw little boats and dogs and stuff, but that was about it.
I'll draw penises and dicks and balls.
Well, I mean, I learned cursive at a young age. I learned cursive before school taught me cursive. My dad,
Such a dumb language.
well, it's English. It's just the way that you write English.
Oh, it's like a written language.
Yeah.
So fuck yourself.
I mean, cursive is still in English,
But it's a written language.
no,
yes.
it's a
written.
it's a typography.
It's a font,
It's a
written
font.
language. It's a dumb language.
Yeah, sure.
It's a dumb language.
You got it. You know it.
Yeah.
Yes, you were right.
I know it. I know I'm right.
Totally
dude.
right.
I know this.
Well, my dad, and I think my mom too. They had me practice cursive before school was making me practice cursive. So I was practicing.
Dude, your
way
parents
before.
are fucking nerds.
They are. Mom.
Your actually parents are
Yeah,
fucking
they are
nerds.
fucking nerds, man. Mom was a nurse and a teacher at LSU School of Nursing, and my dad is a chemical engineer and a lawyer. You know what I mean? 2 different degrees, so you can just switch between. Yeah, he's
Fuck,
just,
that's
super
some
duper nerd, man.
Yeah, man.
Like they really are super duper. I remember.
And they raised a DJ.
They did. Well, I'm not blood. You know what I mean? So,
Nothing was handed
yeah,
down.
you know what I mean? It didn't work. Well, I remember leaning into that. I remember because both my grandfather was a chemical engineer and my dad was a chemical engineer. And I remember asking my dad one time. And I'm glad he said it. And he was just being honest. And, he wasn't being mean or nothing. Obviously, support your kids' dreams and stuff. But I was like, Dad, am I going to be a chemical engineer one day? Since you and Prepare, you're both chemical engineers. Am I going to be a chemical engineer? He was like, nah. He's like, no, son. No.
Fucking dumb, boy.
Yeah, well, he was just like, you just don't like math and science enough. And I was like, that's fair. I like science a lot, but I don't like math enough. That's definitely for sure. So he was just like, nah. And I was like, like, that's fair. And guess what? I didn't become a chemical engineer.
Yeah, thank the Lord for it, dude. Honestly, I could see you being like a flight attendant. Like, you know what I mean?
That's where we go to, a flight attendant.
I could see
you could see me being anything in the world, like a toad wrestler, and you're just like, oh, he's gonna be a flight attendant.
I could see you being you just have so much charisma.
Yeah, but that can translate into anything.
I
other than
know,
a
but I
flight
could just
attendant.
see you being a flight attendant. What could you see me being?
See you being?
Yeah.
Like
Like a zoo handler?
Well, I mean, I've already seen you, like, not physically seen you, but I know you're working on a farm pretty well. I think what you could be, honestly, you got a lot of charisma too. Maybe like you could be like a gator farm tour guide.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know
like,
what I
I could
mean?
see. I mean, you already
Because
are
I'm a tour guide, but
yeah.
that's what I'm feeling. But I'm looking at you thinking like you're like, I can see you like fucking playing with the gators and feeding them and stuff and like pretending you got your
Fists
arm-
in their mouth.
Yeah,
and they're like,
yeah,
they
you know
won't
what I
bite
mean?
down.
Like, they won't bite this motherfucker. You know what I mean? And I can see
They scared of me.
Yeah, I can see. I can see. I can see you being really entertaining at like a gator farm or something.
I
That'd
mean,
be really
fucking
cool.
Joe Exotic to
Right?
crocodiles and
or
alligators.
like doing a swamp tour or something. That'd be pretty cool. Seeing you
Yeah,
on a
dude.
swamp tour boat.
I could just see you being like, keep your hands like a roller coaster,
Yeah.
like it's a roller coaster. You're telling the people what to do with the
Yeah.
roller coaster. Your hands in there at all times,
Yep.
and good luck.
And good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. You know what? I'm not the biggest fan of flying. Like I don't hate flying, but I don't like flying. So I don't know if
You're a
that'd be the
taller
best
guy
for me.
too, so I'm sure it's a little tough.
It is very uncomfortable. But I mean, like, not a big fan of turbulence or anything. And I know that's okay. Yeah, like I know there's speed bumps in the sky.
Are you scared
and
of
stuff.
death?
Well, as someone who's almost died before, kind of.
I almost died before.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, when you had your head up my butt,
Yeah, dude.
couldn't breathe down there.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, you're shaking around and stuff. It was
Yeah, all
crazy.
the blood was in my dick.
Yeah, it was pretty.
I ran out of blood, dog.
Yeah. You're just suffocating. You're like hitting my side, my kidneys, and I'm just like, all right, get out.
Nah, man. So you scared to death, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know if I am. I feel like if I had a doctor or like a prophet or like
A prophet.
or like a leprechaun, okay, whatever it may be.
Second coming of Jesus comes for you. Yeah, you're that.
Tell
special.
me, Mitch,
Yeah.
you're going to die tomorrow.
Nice.
I'd be cool.
Would you want to know if you're gonna die? You would. Okay. Would you rather want to know when you were gonna die or how you're gonna die?
I'd rather know when.
When? Okay.
What about you?
When as well, just so I know how much time I have to do shit.
Yeah, like if someone told me, Mitch, you're dying tomorrow, I'd say, cool, man. It was fun.
Yeah.
And that way I could call everybody I know, tell them I love them.
Yeah.
And it's cool, man.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's cool. We know
It's
what's going
Gucci
on.
bandana,
We know
dog.
what's going on,
I'm
dude.
out. Peace.
I mean, like, I'm already excited for what comes next. You know what I mean? Because as someone who does believe in some sort of next stage of like existence, like next stage of consciousness, I'm kind of excited to see what goes down. Because I don't really believe in hell or heaven kind of thing. I just believe that we're just gonna kind of go to like a next state that we can't perceive because we have primate brains that just can't perceive anything other than certain light and sound waves, certain sonic hearing and stuff, like we can't hear dog whistles or whales talking and stuff. So there's something else, another dimension, or wherever we go from where we go. I'm kind of excited to see what that's all about.
But all dogs go to heaven. But, yeah, that's
they
true.
do. Yeah, they do. Dogs
yeah.
have souls.
Yeah, they do.
Crawfish don't.
Yeah. There we go. Good job. You get the vibe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, man. I'm thinking on like the last year and a half. I think I was like, there was a point in my life where I was like, there's nothing. We're here and we die.
Yeah, yeah.
Last year like year and a half, 2 years has been me trying to figure that out.
Yeah, nihilism is kind of scary, man. You shouldn't go down that because nihilism brings a lot of chaos. You know what I mean? The world's chaotic.
Well, look, dude, I fuck with chaos, dog. This shit turns me on. But I'm just saying, like, I like the idea.
There's good chaos and bad chaos.
I like the idea of people having like their own idea, of like a god,
Okay, cool.
or like their own idea of heaven.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, whatever makes you better.
Yeah, or like like my god might fucking smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, heaven is a half pipe by OPM. when he talks about, heaven would be a DJ spinning dub all night long, and heaven would be just kicking back with Jesus packing my bong.
See,
right?
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, that's
exactly.
chill, man.
Like, that's chill. Like,
everybody has their own vision of heaven.
It's like,
you know
but
what I mean?
but whenever you think about your idea of heaven, it usually falls into like your idea of harmony, right?
Yes.
Right.
Idea of
peace.
Yeah.
So like, what would that be for you?
What would peace be for me?
10 bad bitches in a mansion.
Yeah, you're right, man. Well, the only thing I really need in life is my friends, my family, live music, and football. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's literally about. I need some woods.
You need some. Well, I mean, like that. We're gonna in this next like we're not. I'm not talking about landscapes because we're gonna because we're just gonna be in like a different
That's
realm.
all the scenery.
Yeah, we're just gonna be like in a different realm.
Well,
you
I
know
hope
what
there's
I mean?
trees in that realm. Dude.
Hopefully, or whatever that realm's trees are. You know, like what is that realm?
Trees, just a bunch
yeah,
of titties.
what is a
dude.
tree in whatever the next dimension?
I want to find me
You
a
know what I
titty
mean?
tree, dude.
Yeah.
Just a whole lot of
Just
nice,
all the titties
nice
hanging out,
racks.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right, man. Like, what all do I need in life to be happy?
We're both pretty simple people in that
Very
sense.
simple,
You know what I mean?
dude.
Like it's
Honestly, my
friends,
house-
family, food, football, live music.
I ain't a material guy either.
Yeah.
My house would catch on fire. I would grab this PC. Everything else can burn.
Yeah. Well, get your guitars if you can. If
I can.
Like I said, live music's up there. Like live.
No, I mean, I
music's
can
on-
always buy another guitar.
You can
This
always
just
buy
has a
a
lot of
guitar.
memory on it. I
That's
just
fair, that's
don't
fair.
want to lose. Literally, like everything else can burn. Like, what do I need in life to be happy? I think I need performing.
That's what I'm saying. Live music. Yeah.
I think I need performing.
Yeah.
Need my friends. Cold beer. Football.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and this is why, if anybody wants to know why Mitch and I are best friends, it's literally this. It's because our most basic primal instincts are the same exact thing.
Yeah.
We just need like some good ass,
Some good head.
we
bro.
need, we
Some
need, yeah,
good
we,
ass
we,
head.
we
dog.
just, yeah, we just need some good sloppy toppy, some football, some good food, friends, family. That's it, man. Because that's what life's all about. Really, it's just it's the people you spend it with and the people that witness your existence, man. You know what I mean?
Pussy, money, weed.
Pussy, money, weed, dude. Yeah, I mean, simple. I did definitely forgot to include marijuana in that, but
Yeah, I put cold beer, man.
I'll go with marijuana over cold beer.
Yeah,
but
cold.
Same, same difference.
You barely even drinking your beer, so I'm gonna start drinking it for you.
I mean, like, I'm just trying to like slowly take it down. I mean, like, well, that was a lot of it, man. You took a lot of that beer, But I mean, I'm slowly sipping. First thing, it's Pabst. I know it comes with some taste of freedom and stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm just doing my best with it. And it's. I don't know if anybody knows this. It's like midday on a Monday, and we're but that's
This
what we
episode
do in
won't
New
come out till
Orleans.
next week.
Yeah, you know what I mean. This is how we do it in New Orleans. It's Monday, and if it's by afternoon, like after 12, it's like you start drinking. That's just the way it be.
Dude, sometimes it's before, man. I know Mardi Gras. I fucking wake up.
Oh yeah, and just start pounding them. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way it should be.
I
as
wake
well.
up. Me and Brad took a shot of Fireball as soon as we woke up. One day.
Yeah, man, you can just nap on the route.
Yeah.
By the way, are you excited for Mardi Gras 2022, baby?
Dude, am I excited?
Bro, that's gonna
People
be.
ask me why I drink so much. I tell them I'm training.
Yeah, because it's like that, man. Like I don't know if we're gonna make it out alive with this one.
Yeah, it's gonna be the most wild Mardi Gras ever.
It
It's gonna
is.
be the most wild. It's gonna be the most packed.
It is, and that's the crazy thing is because last year or not last year, dude, stop drinking my beer. I'm sipping on. I don't know how long this is gonna go for. I'm just like slowly working it down, bro.
I could totally grab another beer then.
No, I mean like you got a little water. You want to drink some of my water?
What the fuck?
You
Continue your
You
story.
got that water over there. That's cool. That's cool. So, I just think first thing, you were there for here. I'll even pour a little bit. I'll even do that.
Oh, pouring beer
Yeah.
into another beer.
Pour a little beer into the other beer, slowly but surely.
Oh my goodness.
I got you, man.
Oh
I got
my
you. Look
goodness.
at that. Look
You
at that
treat me
skill.
so good.
Dude, this is what I'm
Oh
here
my
for.
god, you treat me so
All I want to
good.
do is love you, buddy.
God
All
damn
I want to
it.
do is love you.
No one will ever treat me as good as you do.
I know, man. That's what I'm here for. So, you know this. You were here for it. 2020 Mardi Gras was fucking epic.
So much fun.
It's almost like we knew that we were gonna get shut down for a year.
I didn't know anything, dude.
But what I'm saying is it's like we had this sense, this sixth sense, like, oh my god, the world's gonna
Dude,
end.
my senses were gone.
Yeah,
I didn't have any senses. The only things I had 3 senses: eating, drinking, and fucking. That was like the 3,
Right.
and party. Like those were my senses for Mardi Gras.
That was about it, man. And that's what's gonna be 2022. 2022. That week, that like Wednesday to Wednesday is gonna be fucking nutty dumb, dude.
I just remember bumping into you one night on a bicycle.
Ah.
And you was drunk as shit, dude. You was drunk as shit.
Which night? Because
it was just it. And the thing is we weren't even texting to meet up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way Mardi Gras be though.
And it wasn't last Mardi Gras. It was actually the Mardi Gras before that. The one
Okay.
I'm thinking of. It was just like, oh, there's Dre.
Yeah.
And you were just doing your thing, dude.
Yeah, that's the way Mardi Gras be, bro.
You
You
cool.
just kind of run into people, man.
It's cool because like every year I get better at it.
Yeah, it's definitely a learned skill.
Yeah.
Definitely a learned skill. What I do is like, because I already know everybody's gonna be out on the route and shit. Like, I don't plan to meet up with anybody. I just know the general vicinity people are normally in, and then I just show up and then I just start kind of walking around and just running into people. And then you hang out for a little bit, take a few shots, eat a little food, and then just kind of move on to the next. And you just and that's just all it is. And you just wait for the parades to come, hopping around town. I hope they bring those blue bikes back, man, because those were
dope, dude.
That literally saved everything. That made Mardi Gras amazing because you didn't have to deal with traffic.
You didn't have to do shit, bro. You just get a bike.
You just pop, you just scan it, boom, I'm in that bitch.
This
dude.
shit was awesome, bro.
I don't know if they're gonna bring it back.
I hope they do. Why wouldn't they?
I don't know, man. I hope they do though, because honestly,
The blue bikes were dope.
the blue bikes saved Mardi Gras.
Dope. It saved New Orleans.
Bro, I got from, I know this is gonna mean a lot to a lot of people, but I got from during Endymion or after Endymion, I got all the way from Mid City, all the way to Metro Uptown, and that's like that's about 5 miles away from each other. And if I was in a car, that would have taken me 3 to 4 hours because it was bumper after Endymion. It's bumper to bumper traffic, bro. I took the Greenway and I got all the way up to the quarter, hopped through the quarter, bro. That was like a 30 to 45-minute bike ride, and it's a bike assist, bro. It was oh my god.
And you just sit there and drink.
Dude, I had a beer in my hand and I was just fucking.
Dude, I had a
chugging along,
speaker
dude.
in the fucking basket, bro.
And then I got to see Shaq.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like God, I can't wait for 2022 Mardi Gras. Shit's gonna be epic, man.
Dude, so get a little deep on this, man. Because I was talking about this with somebody the other day. What is your idea of making it?
That's a really great question. Let me ponder it as I use.
Because while you think of it, I can tell you what mine was.
Cool.
So my idea of making it before, like, you know, I actually started, quote unquote, making it.
Yeah.
My idea of making it was I wanted to make enough money doing music to support myself, and that number was $1,000 a show.
Cool.
That was like my idea. If I hit that, I will have made it in my own eyes.
Yeah.
And do that. And honestly, once I did that, now I'm just trying to figure it out.
Fair. Okay.
Now I'm just literally like that happened a while back.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, what am I? I'm trying to just figure out what is my idea is already done. Now I'm just fucking winging it at this point.
Cool. I mean, first thing, it's been so much fun watching you get to that $1,000 plus a show, man.
Well, I just knew
it sometimes
was
makes
a
me
number.
tear up a little bit, man. You've been doing so beautifully, and honestly, one of the things that has kept me going is watching your success. Because I'm like, if Mitch can do this, I can do it, and I say that a lot to myself sometimes.
I believe that.
Yeah, without a doubt. Because when you see your people able to accomplish a goal that you thought was impossible to accomplish, because you're like, it hasn't ever gone right for me, so when is it ever going to go right? And you just see someone who you work close with and you're friends with and that you love, and you're like, oh my god, it is possible. And seeing that happen, that's given me a lot of faith personally, and that's allowed me to keep on going. So you've always given me a lot.
That's
of fuel.
beautiful, dude. You've always inspired me. But I just knew like that. I thought the $1,000 mark would be a point where I could support myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I appreciate all that, man. You've always been a big inspiration to me. Always have been.
It's all love. It's all love.
Yeah.
And to echo your point, when you first asked me the question, that was where my mind first went to. And that's what I've always said. I've always just wanted to support myself strictly through by artistic means. That's all I've ever wanted to do. You know, I want to support me and hopefully one day support a family with my art and have that sustain through my entire life. You know what I mean? And even if it's not all music, it could be other types of art that I can get into throughout. Obviously, I'm hyper focused on music because that's my current means of eating. You know what I mean? And I have a lot still left unsaid with my music. I have a lot of music that I still want to create and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much, sure, it'd be great to, headline EDC and, or have a Vegas residency or have like a, $10 million mansion in LA. Sure, those things sound cool and stuff. But no, honestly, like I just want to have a life that is carefree, where I can do what I love, which is create, and be able to fully support myself and the people around me and my family with that music. And I think keeping it at that level, not really overshooting, is what not only keeps us humble, but it also keeps us realistic and because like I mentioned about the people getting the getting all those lucky breaks really early, those are the 1%. What I mean? And like, so you find that the crazy thing is, as I get deeper into a music career, you find it is sustainable. There's a lot of people that sustain themselves, but they're not making $500,000 a show. They're just making $5 to $10K a show, $20K a show.
Shit.
And that, or
you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of show, bro.
But $5,000 a show, that's pretty solid. And then with your streaming royalties, and then with whatever art you can make on top of that,
you can live a happy life like that.
You can live a very happy life like that. And that's what I just want to be comfortable. And if by some grace of God, I get to that $500,000 a show, that's fucking great. But you know where a lot of that money is going to go back? It's going to go back to the community. It's going to go back into something better. Because that's the other thing I want to do is I would love to be able to make it to a point to where I can give back to the community that I love. Because there's a lot of things that I care about that I want to help support. Like adoption is a big thing for me in my life, obviously, and I want to be able to help orphans and help in that regard with any extra money that I can give back. So what I always want to do is I just want to support me, my community, the people around me with music and art. And if that's my view of making it, which is very similar.
Yeah. No, I love that, man. I like that, like neither one of us were like main stage EDC. Like that's cool. If it happens,
maybe one day, bro, back to back.
Right.
Hey, yo, Pascal, hit us up, dude. BDB, bro.
What I'm saying is just like, that's like, once you get your idea of making it, everything else, you're like, I'm just happy to be here at this point. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm just happy to be here. And I like what you said, like, you want to do something to, like, help people. Like, honestly, I've been thinking about that lately. It's like, because you do help people with your music. You know what I mean? Like, I help people with music. I help people doing the podcast and stuff like that. But I've been thinking about it, like, fuck, what else could I do to help somebody?
Yeah, no, and that's good.
And I literally don't know at the moment, but like have been literally like in the last probably 3 weeks I've been thinking of it.
Well, for instance, what are some issues that you have had throughout your adolescence growing up? Like just name one or two big problems that you always
reading.
Okay, so that's a great thing that you can get involved with. You can give back. Like what is there some kind of fund or is there some kind of nonprofit in Mississippi that deals with dyslexia? Or
that's what I'm saying.
But these are things that you can start to look into. That's where people come up with their philanthropy is, that's why I want to focus on issues that affected me. You should focus on issues that affected you because you have a direct tie with it. You know what these kids are going through. You can help them with that. You can help them financially along those lines as well.
Start a support group for kids who just get too much pussy.
Yeah, man. If your dick don't go down, call Mitch.
if my dick is up, then why am I down?
Right.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, dude.
Right?
That's good shit. Well, look, dude, we got some fan questions. We've been going well over an hour.
Oh, have we? Man, this shit always just flies by with
so
you,
much
man.
fun,
I just
man.
love talking with you.
Yeah, I love being around you, man. I'm ready for football season so I can see you a lot more.
Yeah, I know, man.
Let's just get this.
Let's do it.
Yo, it's Divine, aka
Oh, shit,
Divine
my
Hippie.
There we go.
Yo, it's Divine, aka Divine Hippie. Just wanted to say first and foremost, congratulations on the rebranding. Hope that it exceeds all the expectations that you have for it. I guess that my only question that I have is, how did you know when it was time to make that creative shift or make that change going into the new name? Hope that you guys have a great day. Yeah. Catch y'all later.
Devon, you're the man, dude.
Dude,
Like
I
the
love
question.
Devon. Yeah, man, I got to see him at the show the other day, which is really cool.
Yeah,
man,
the,
always love linking
Komuz
up with him.
announce.
Yeah. Devon, always love. Yeah, man. Well, you know, it's something that's been festering in my mind for quite some time. Like I mentioned, I called Mitch at work a few years ago, but I mean, this probably started over like my eight-year career. I've been having these thoughts for maybe about 4 of those years. So probably about 4. Yeah, about half of my career, I've kind of always had this in the back of my head. I never really jumped on it because I didn't know how to do it. I was inexperienced, and I didn't have anybody to kind of help me along the way. So that's why I actually waited so long, is because I knew that you only get one shot at this. And if you're going to do it, you got to do something right. Like anything in life, if you're going to do something, you better fucking do it
You only
right.
get one shot. It's
bro.
not your chance to blow.
Exactly, man. You gotta get it right, get it tight, man. And I can finally get it right, and get it
Yes.
tight. I can finally do that
Yes,
this time,
get it
man.
right and
and
get
so
it tight.
that's how I knew the world stopped. All the momentum shifted. Everyone lost the momentum, and I thought this was the right time. I got a ton of new music. I have the vision. Finally, I have the team around me. It's time to pull that trigger, man. And we did. So thanks for that question,
man.
Devon.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, I would like to know what the motivation was for the Beethoven remix and what thought process led to making it.
Okay.
This
Okay.
is Nathan Gora from Dallas, Texas.
Oh,
Nathan.
thank you. Okay, cool. I was wondering who this was going to be. Awesome.
Do you know him?
I do not know, but
I don't
but
either.
he didn't introduce himself to
Yeah,
begin
I don't
with.
know.
So
I was about to say so rude.
yeah, so Nathan, thank you for clarifying your name, because I would love to speak to you directly.
Appreciate you, Nathan.
Where did my inspiration for the Beethoven remix come from? I was sitting around. So what I've always liked to do is I've always liked to take songs that you wouldn't think to be remixed and remix them.
Or you like to do songs with a lot of nostalgia.
Yes, a lot of nostalgia. Like I did like my old Polka Trap remix,
yeah,
or the
that's a
Every
good
Time
one.
We Touch remix, the Boom 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 remix. I always like to do something that, like we mentioned earlier, with the melodies that catch you, man. And actually, I originally wasn't even doing Beethoven. I was originally doing Mozart, and it just wasn't working. And I just couldn't get the melody
Damn it,
down.
you should do another. You should do a Mozart one next.
Well, that's why, a lot of people bring that up, but also, like, does lightning strike twice?
It might if you do. If
You
you do
might,
it right,
maybe if I do it right.
If you got a metal rod out there, dude.
Ooh,
Fucking, you might.
I might have to try it out then. Heard it here first. It might be going down. But yeah, I just wanted to do something unique. And so this was actually a thought out process. I was like, I couldn't do the Mozart. I wanted to do a dubstep remix of classical music. I wanted to do it, and I went through a few tracks. It wasn't really working out, and then Beethoven for Elise. I actually I just sat there and I slowly played out the MIDI for it. Like I actually slowed the track down, and I played it by hand, got all the notes right, and then I just put a bass line on it. And
You couldn't find a MIDI. You couldn't find a MIDI.
I couldn't find a MIDI for it, so
That's interesting.
So I actually had to play it out myself. So
Oh,
I actually
wow.
had to sit there and figure out all the notes and everything. I played it by ear, kind of played it. I'm sure I could have looked up sheet music or something, but I didn't. I just kind of played it out. It was a fun process, and
Yeah,
then
I'm sure.
I slapped a nice little wub on it, and then I put a nice little drum rack on it.
Oh, yeah.
And then I just heard it, and it was just like, this is it.
It worked.
It just worked,
It worked.
bro.
So I played that bitch. I played that bitch all last week.
Yeah, I heard a few people hit me up about it, which was
Yeah,
cool.
I had somebody, and I play your Wookworm. I don't even play the original Wookworm anymore.
Really, you keep that VIP out there?
Yeah,
you're right.
I just play the Komuz remix. They're like, I love that clutch remix. I said it's Komuz.
Ah, there you go.
It's
Yeah, you're
Komuz.
right. Yeah, we changing it up. We gotta keep it fresh. But yeah, man, it was actually completely planned out. So it was something that I set out to do, and although it wasn't the same song, it was definitely something that was. So some ideas come just naturally. Some just it's like a fucking moment, like the Pikachu remix or the Polka Trap was just like, fuck it, this would be cool. But I really wanted to do a classical remix. So
What's something you want to make like a dubstep version of? So like I want to do a sea shanty dubstep song, and I want to do like banjo dubstep.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool,
So like, what's
cool.
something you did the classical? What's something you want to do?
What's something I want to do? I've been trying to figure out how to make a dubstep breakdown. You know what I mean? With like
I think you did a really good job with that song with Wolfie Wolf.
Yeah, that's really cool as well. But I want to do more of like
That's
like
so sick.
it is. It
God,
is.
that
I
song is
played
so
it the other
sick.
day too. Shout out Wolfie, man. But
When's that song dropping?
I don't know, man. We're still trying to find a place for it to land, man. We might. I know we might just have to self-release it.
Just hit up Dirt Monkey, dude. 19K that bitch.
It might have to be.
Honestly, nah, bro. I mean, yeah, bro. But like, whatever you want to do.
Shit's
but
heavy, dude.
That
Shit's
shit
heavy.
is fucking gnarly.
But I'm
man.
talking more about the bass line following the kick drums. So actually, having like some rapid fire, like bass shots with it. Because I've done that before on an old track called Battleground. If any of y'all are like OG fans, like, the song came out like 7 years ago.
I know that song.
Yeah, it was like the acid bass breakdown, which is really, really cool.
And it makes me think of a hurricane season song, which we should go ahead and say the date that we're going to release it. Even though we haven't talked about this, we should just say it on the podcast.
We should say it on the date.
We made this in 2017, 2018.
Yeah, it's really old. And check this out.
If it just needs to be remastered.
It just needs to be remastered.
It's still so good.
First thing, it's amazing. Second thing, I just want to let everyone know that we were ahead of the curve, because I know pop punk's coming back in the pop scene right now with all that MGK and Mod Sun stuff and Avril Lavigne and everything. I just want to let everyone know that we did it first. I'm just saying, bro. Like it's coming back around, and we were 3 years ahead of the curve. Okay, so I just want to say that. I want to, just props to us, man. Well, we got to do it during hurricane season.
September. Is that hurricane season?
September's in hurricane season.
September 2020.
Cool. I'm about it.
2021. My bad. 2021.
September. Let's do it.
We got to do it now.
We got to do it now.
It.
Nate,
y'all hearing this?
Loper, Waylon, make this work.
We're
September 2020.
Hurricane season.
Hurricane
babe.
season's coming.
Levee breaks and heartaches.
I already have the social media set up and everything, bro. It's been sitting there.
That was fun. This was a fun episode, Andre.
Is there one more question?
There's another question, but it doesn't really pertain to you. It's actually asking about something. I don't know if you've even been seeing this. You want to do it?
No, we don't have to. If it's not about me, because this is about me.
Okay, it's all about you. Right.
It's about me.
Well, anyway, dude, I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
I appreciate everything about you.
I appreciate everything about you, man. I love the fuck out of you.
I love the fuck out of you a little more, though, so I'm going to win this one.
Cool. Well, I love everybody who's listening to this week's episode of Talks with Taboo, man. I really appreciate y'all. I really appreciate everybody who tunes in every week. It really means a lot. And I love y'all. Go check out Komuz, man.
Komuz
has got a lot coming up, man. Komuz has got a lot coming, okay? Komuz.
I'll be all up in your face soon.
All up in them ears,
y'all keep
bitch.
them eye peels, man.
Keep them ears wet and ready, bitch.
Right. Yeah, you fucking right.
You about to slide in. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody, and I will see y'all next week, man. Peace.
Y'all be good.
If I can find the end record button. There we go.